another new video. This is a very exciting video for me because it's going to be a first impressions video of a TV show that I feel like everybody's seen, everybody loves, and I have only just this past week watched the first episode. Actually, I've watched two episodes. I watched the first episode and the second episode. And that is Game of Thrones. Now, everybody loves Game of Thrones, or everybody's seen it, everyone knows about it at least, and I had never watched it. And it was one of those things I always felt kind of like, oh, I really need to watch Game of Thrones. And I'd always meant to kind of get around to watching it and meant to pick it up. But actually, Kevin here on YouTube actually sent me this first season of Game of Thrones. So thank you so much. And so I thought, okay, I must watch Game of Thrones. So I sat down one night and I put an episode on. And I kind of always felt like I thought it was going to be hard to watch, or like you'd have to concentrate a lot, or I don't know, that's kind of how I felt like it was going to be. It wasn't going to be, you know, easy, chilled out viewing. However, I mean, I've only watched two episodes, so I don't know. I found it very easy to watch. I mean, each episode was an hour long. I presume that they continue to be that. Or maybe I've heard that the last episode might be a bit longer in a season, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so, you know, the episode's an hour long, and I felt like it was just very chilled out to watch. It wasn't anything, I mean, there's a lot of people going on, and there's different places and stuff, which I kind of had to wrap my head around a little bit. It has a little book in here, actually, that shows me who's who and what's what. But no, I have really just gotten into it. Not too much is happening in each episode, which I knew going in. I know people have said that before. And, you know, the storyline so far, I have no idea where it's going. And I'm just enjoying it, though. I like the characters. I like the world they've built up. Some things I'm like, what is going on there? But it's not anything too strenuously in thought. I find myself just really captivated in the show and just really enjoying it. My favourite character is Arya. Is that her name? Is that how you say it? Arya Stark. Yeah, she's my favourite at the moment. I mean, things might change, but yeah, I really liked her. She just seems like a great character. I don't know, she just seemed like a great, for a girl as well. I loved the part where she got the bow. If you've seen the show, you might know what I mean if you remember so far back. Because now we're on I think the 6th season starting this year. Might be soon, actually. Anyway, so I've been really enjoying it. There's 8 episodes, obviously, in this first series, which you probably know because you've probably seen it. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be watching these 8 episodes very soon, and then I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to buy the second season because I can't even explain how, like, if somebody said to me, oh, explain Game of Thrones, like, from what I've watched with 2 episodes, I don't know if I really could. I'm sure after time it's easy to explain, and I just feel like I just kind of really going to be able to get into this. And I'm sure that's not a surprise because everybody seems to be able to get into it, but I didn't think that I would like it as much as I have. But honestly, when I finish watching an episode, I just want to watch another episode. I just do. I'm just like, yeah, I'm watching Game of Thrones now. So I feel like I'm going to whiz through this. And overall, I really enjoy it. It's my first impressions of this show. I think so far, like I say, 2 episodes in, I really enjoyed it. You know, character-wise, I think there's going to be a lot of depth. I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of deaths as well. I've heard that about this. Visually, it's stunning. But yeah, so if you haven't seen Game of Thrones like me, and you're kind of on the fence, I definitely just recommend checking out the first episode. But to be honest, the first episode I enjoyed, but I enjoyed the second episode more. The second episode, I feel like I watched the second episode last night, and I feel like that episode I was really hooked, and now I just want to continue watching this. Like, I want to make this video, and I want to watch Game of Thrones, and I want to talk about Game of Thrones, and once I've watched through it, I definitely want to talk to some people I know who've seen it, and I'll talk about it, you know. So yeah, I can't wait to finish the season, and you guys will be happy to know I'm finally now watching Game of Thrones. So that's a good step in the right direction. There's so many TV shows I need to get around to watching, but Game of Thrones, I'm going to be ticking off my list soon, and I'm enjoying it a lot so far. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below which is your favourite season of Game of Thrones, if you watched it all. And yeah, until then guys, I'll see you next time. This was just a quick first impressions video. Let me know down in the comments below, have you seen Game of Thrones? If not, would you consider watching it? Because like I say, I've really, obviously it's 18, so if you're under 18, probably not best to consider watching it. It is very graphic in many ways, just if you aren't and you haven't seen it and you want to know what it's about. That kind of does stand well. Sometimes things are rated 18 and I think they're a bit like, oh, okay, that's kind of give or take. This, so far, you know, with violence and, you know, I haven't heard that much language, but maybe I just haven't noticed it. And then, like, you know, sex in the show is very Anyway, so that's that. But yeah, overall, enjoying Game of Thrones. Can't wait to finish this season and then move on to the rest and finally get up in the world we've known about Game of Thrones. But yeah, until then guys, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you then.